Got a special episode today. We're rolling on to the NFC North, the one and only. Today, we also another reason we have a special episode is we have a brand new guest in the form of Corey's buddy Mark. Jay and I don't want to speak for Jay. I don't know Mark.
I don't know Mark either.
Met him.
We heard Corey said he wanted his buddy on as a guest.
So let's run it up, dude. For us. So yeah.
He's been a huge Lions big football fan his whole life, really. I'm not going to speak for him, but he knows.
Yeah.
Not going to speak for him, but I did.
Well,
yes. I'm Corey's buddy who's been a huge football fan. Unfortunately, a Lions fan most of my life.
Say that. Well, it's now's a good time to be one, dude. We're not bandwagons. We've been through the misery.
Yep.
The winning's coming, dude.
This is how I describe being a Lions fan to people who like are newer to being a fan or like don't realize. Imagine smoking like 6 packs a day for like 30 years. And then your doctor's like, good news, we got treatment. You're going to get better. But I've already smoked like 6 packs for 30 years. So yeah, like this treatment's going to help, but like I'm already seasoned vet. My lungs are destroyed. My body and soul's broken. Like the damage is done.
I would say the doctor says, look, everything's been reversed. Dude, it's not the same old lines, dude.
The pessimism should bring some levity to the podcast because you're about to hear someone whose sunshine and rainbows are flying out of his ass, dude.
Okay, Mr. Patriots, I don't want to hear it, dude. I don't want to hear it, dude.
You know what's really unfortunate is that you guys got way better. You've been way better for the Patriots for the last, 5-6 years, and we still made it to the Super Bowl before you. So
yeah, that is
I don't know what to tell you, dude. This better be your year because
we lost.
Your schedule is a lot easier.
I think that's just proof that like God is a New England or just a Boston fan because the only way you could have made it to the Super Bowl was if he parted the seas, and through injury they did.
Dude, he had to deal with Mac Jones for like 4 years, and then he went back to normal again.
Literally being in the Super Bowl. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
So lucky.
But anyway, and the path that the Lord put bestowed upon you was crazy.
Amen, brother. Amen. Amen.
Praise be.
Hey, I am an ordained minister. Anybody watching out there needs a little marriage done, dude? Shoot your boy a quick hunting spot. I'll show up and be like,
below.
Amen, baby. What's up? Congrats to the bride and groom.
Packers just signed one of their defensive tackles to a 3-year deal. Not much to say about that, I don't think. I guess the Arizona Cardinals, one of their executives had some sort of betting scandal around them.
The Cardinals?
Yeah. They're
no wonder they fed Trey so much.
Yeah, I think it was
parlays on Trey Benson,
dude. No, Trey McBride, dude.
Oh yeah,
Trey McBride receptions over under.
McBride,
dude, slam that.
Yeah, it looks like he used his wife's name to.
Oh, okay.
Some high school buddies or something.
Prove that though.
I don't know. Right. I don't know.
You know how,
dude, sorry, my wife is a degenerate. I don't know what to tell you. That would be me, dude.
You know how every company goes through your Social Security. I bet you're like, oh, this coach's wife is betting a lot of fucking money with her Social Security number,
and every time she bets, it hits.
Yeah, exactly.
This bitch is cleaning house on us, dude. We need to do something.
Well, if it's anything like corporate world, the immediate relatives or family of players can't place bets on the team either because it's the same with owning.
No one that works for the team.
I bet you it's flagged.
You don't know, dude, your sister's cousin's uncle's nephew or something. Dude, I'm reaching out to like, yo, bro, telling you what. Trey McBride touchdown today, over 7.5 receptions. I'm about to feed him.
I would be walking down the street whispering it to people as I'm passing them.
Right.
I guess
That
the
doesn't-
infuriating
that,
thing is, why do they feel they need to do that? If you're making, like, let's just say you're a poor NFL player and you're making $13 million a year.
Right.
Why are you scratching for 10 grand off of a?
Yeah.
Like, it's just what's the
Yeah,
reward?
Right.
I guess
And
that
this
is
The
true.
rush.
Well, and
But,
this is an
but-
executive. Like, this is someone who works, obviously, I think in scouting, it said, like,
Dude,
Maybe
you
they're
don't
not
want to
making that
risk
much.
losing this job and then being blacklisted from the NFL, dude. You'll never work in the NFL again.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no,
You just
it's over.
ruined your your professional
it's over.
career. Like, it's such a bomb. I mean, it's a bad decision.
You better work sports medicine for a school. You know, at that point,
Right? You're gonna be down on the bottom rung.
dude, that's what Nate does.
yes.
So
No, Nate's a
Harbaugh came.
doctor.
So Scatabo did a backflip on the stage. I didn't see it. Corey sent it to me, and I didn't.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Harbaugh told him
bro.
to stick the landing.
Oh,
yeah,
my
Harbaugh.
God.
All Harbaugh said was, "Yeah, at least stick it next time." So
you can hear Brian Dable in the crowd getting all excited for him.
Yeah,
Dayball was
can hear
full
the
chub.
friction. Yeah, I don't. I mean,
Christ.
that's kind of as a coach, probably what you should say publicly, and not like make them feel bad, or like not make it seem like there's already strife in the locker room. But
Right.
I mean that's
Insane.
really dumb.
I couldn't believe what I
yeah.
was saying and he doesn't land it. He doesn't stick the landing at all. He like falls backwards.
Really?
He's like showing, he's showing his knee off like beforehand, like, hey, oh, this is my knee. It's all good, and my leg's all good. And then he does a backflip and doesn't land it. It looks so dumb, bro.
What is that? Oh, no, so let's see if this.
That was weird.
What
That is
happened?
weird.
I don't know. Yeah. So the Panthers offensive tackle. I don't know if he's the right tackle or left tackle. Right tackle. He's going to be out for probably a long time. He got diagnosed with blood clot in his lung, which I'm blanking on his name. Barmore for the Patriots, the defensive tackle, had that last year and basically missed the whole year. So that's possible that they lose him for the year. I don't know what they have behind him, but that's one of those things like this time of year where you're like excited for the season and all of a sudden you lose your starting right tackle. That's, as a fan, like if you're a Panthers fan, that's so shitty, dude. You're just thinking about like, man,
I say it almost every episode, dude. Shit's important, dude.
No, it's gonna be tough.
Line is just, you gotta have it.
And then I guess just looking, I'm sure we touched on this at some point, but the Panthers left tackle will probably miss time too because it says he suffered
their center's very large.
He suffered a ruptured patella tendon in his right knee in the playoffs. So he'll miss, that's in January, so he'll miss a lot of time. For a guy that size to come back from something like that, that'll be months.
Especially the patella tendon.
Yeah, I mean that's an important one. So that could take some time. So I'm like, all of a sudden you go from like excited and whatever to your offensive line might be.
Nate, we have Bryce Young on that one league, dude, and you're not a fan. And we have Tet, dude.
Yeah.
Do we sell off? Sell everything?
Someone wanted Tet. Someone said,
of
how do I get? Of
course they wanted Tet.
Someone said,
is it a dynasty league?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, of course. Then
and we shipped it last year. We had a killer team.
I said, how much for Tet? Or I said, how much for Gibbs? He said, how much for Tet? I said, how much for Gibbs? Yeah, and I'll have to show you the message.
The actual team. Yeah, I want to show me the team.
If we could get Gibbs, bro, bye Tet.
Yeah, no shit. Tet.
Well, it was Tet and like a bunch. It wasn't.
Yeah, but how much was it, dude?
Yeah, I haven't done screen share on here.
Gibbs is pretty good, dude.
Do you want to pull up the team on here? I haven't done the screen share on here yet.
I can now.
Dude, that would just be so appreciated. Not that anyone really gives a shit about our fantasy team.
No one gives it.
Dude, me and Mark are in a fantasy league together.
You guys share a team yet or what?
No. We
No,
don't share
no,
a
no,
team.
All
no.
right. So here is me and Nate's shared team. Well,
Take a look.
according, we got too many players at the moment.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll handle that later.
But Drake May, Walker, Monty, George, Pickens, Puka, Jamar, Jake Ferguson, Dowdle, Tet, Pacheco, Stafford. So Pacheco is gonna have to move out for sure.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Neighbors is healthy and we can put my Neighbors.
Yeah,
in
Neighbors is who
Yeah.
you'd be pulling it back in.
And then obviously we haven't sold our souls. We have all our picks, but our team's solid, bro. Like George Pickens, Puka Nacua, Jamar Chase as our.
How do you even get that
And
team?
Pat-
Yeah,
George
this team
Pickens
is kind of
too?
insane.
He said
Your wide
he
receiver
said,
core is crazy.
yeah, I drafted the team and I took so many receivers because they just
How
kept
do you have-
falling.
Do you want to see? I was drinking the one night, and me and Nate were unsure because this was a while ago. We got. How do I see history of a player?
I think you just.
How do you
scroll
also
bottom.
have fucking Malik Neighbors in this team too?
Telling you,
Not
dude.
at all.
This, so you're
Telling you, dude.
Oh, right
I had
here.
a really, I
We
had a really good
traded
draft, bro.
Geno Smith and Gesicki for Pickens, and then
Jesus.
Geno
What
fell
the
off the
hell?
face of the earth, and same with Gesicki.
That's
Dude,
insane, bro.
What even?
So- Pickens, Tet, Jalen Warren, and
I want to be in your league,
Gibbs.
dude.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
have a bunch of really smart
Dude.
guys doing really good decisions in it.
Real quick, let me just
It's only 2
show
years
off
in,
my
so it's
baby.
really mostly.
Let me show off my one baby real quick. Because this league, I started with nothing. I have Caleb, James Cook, Bucky Irving, Garrett Wilson, Igbuka, Waddle, Likely, Burden, McConkey, J-Mo, Goff. But the bench is thick too. Jordan Love, Najee's not shit, but Cam Scattaboo, Jonathan Brooks, Monty, Monungai, Corum, Dowdle, Bond, Coker, Bateman, Brian Thomas, Juwan Johnson, Michael Mayer, Mason Taylor.
I'm in this
Like-
fucking league.
I have a question though.
And
Would you
I have all my picks.
Would you
This is a
trade
good
George
team.
Pickens, Tet, Jalen Warren, and a first for Gibbs?
Say again.
George Pickens,
Pickens?
Tet.
Pickens.
Warren, and a first.
That's a lot for
No,
Gibbs.
because we're leaving too many receivers there. Like I would rather give up 2 firsts or a first, a second, a third.
He said, or Puka and Walker.
I mean, the only reason I would consider a trade like that would be if, like, my bye weeks with those players lined up in a way that I couldn't start all 3.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
that would be like the
Puka-
only way because that's
And this is
that's
Dynasty,
a
so,
crazy
like,
trade.
yeah.
Because you're
and
going from a
Walker.
contending team. You're going from contending to like, dude, now I have no receivers and I'm just fucked. I'm plugging in like
Not none, but that would go from a strength to like not like to what
yeah, but
everyone
who
else
are we
has.
starting after that.
Who's trying to
So we
trade
gave
you
up.
Puka
I
and
mean,
Walker?
we would have Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua, and Malik Neighbors as our receivers. I don't feel like that's
so
terrible.
It's still super good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and then
think
we'd have Gibbs, and we'd have Kenneth Walker.
and
That would be
Montgomery. I
pretty-
think you're sleeping on Montgomery. He's going to be the
Uh-oh.
guy because what's his face
Yeah,
can't throw the ball.
We
Oh,
just
we're not
we
sleeping
just
on him.
traded for him. We just traded
Yeah,
for
he's
him.
going to be he's going to be your bell cow carrier. Like he's
Yeah,
going to be really
I think
vital
so
on
too.
the team.
Yeah, I agree. I like you said, we had talked about it a little bit. He's also like a receiving back a little bit. You know, like he can kind of do a lot of stuff. So yeah, I feel like that's a pretty good shout. Yeah. So I don't have a ton other news. Someone got extended. The Chiefs unveiled a rendering of a $3 billion domed stadium. Whatever. Like it just does not
Fucking
do
sweet.
anything for me. So cool or whatever.
I give a shit less. I watch him play on the fucking pavement, bro. I give a shit. Who's going to win the game, baby?
I can't wait for the news segment after football starts because it's going to be.
I know it's going to be like
gonna be
actual
more
news.
Lions
exciting.
start training camp tomorrow, dude. You kidding me?
Yep.
It's actually
Dude,
okay.
we are just fucking. We're gonna make
Yep.
some chicken shit
Or, like,
salad.
Oh god,
People are gonna start reporting, and it's gonna be like pretty cool. 'Cause
Dude, I'm
it's gonna be
excited.
stuff to talk about. People are gonna blow out their ACLs in camp. It's gonna be cool.
it's gonna be cool.
And then this is a good one to lead us in. Sources say Lions tight end Laporta is fully cleared for camp.
He is.
Hey,
He's
ready to go.
He's ready to go, dude. You know, We got tight end 1, Sam Laporta. Tight end 2, Tyler Conklin. Tight end 3, Brock Wright.
There you go.
They all have words.
Here's our
too.
lineup.
They all do.
You know, Jackson Meeks, for the actual Lions fans out there, Jackson Meeks is now a tight end. He's like 6'3", like 200, or no, he's smaller than that. But he's like 218 pounds.
That's
and they
really
have him
small.
listed as a tight end now for some reason.
That's kind of small.
I don't think he made it as a wide receiver. For some reason, he's listed as a tight end now.
Interesting.
I don't know why.
Because it was batter the door, and he was like, "Sure, I'll be a tight end."
I'm a tight end now, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah. Of
Look
course
how
I'll be a
tight it
end.
is.
You want to see this tight?
All right. So last year, the Bears won the division. The Packers made the playoffs and came in second. And then the Vikings came in third, and the Lions came in fourth, and neither of them made the playoffs. I will say, compared to some of these other divisions we've broken down, all of these teams had 9 wins. So, I mean, just the bar in general is a little bit higher for this division, I think.
This division's cracked.
Yeah, can we agree?
Legit.
I think that we have the strongest division in all of football.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely up there. It's
the
either
9 wins and you're in 4, or what was it?
You're in fourth
9.
place. You were tied for fourth.
It was
and
9.
third.
So the Lions had 9, the Vikings had 9, the Packers had 9,
Yeah.
the Bears had 11.
You were
But-
9 and 8. You were above 500, and you
The
came in
NFC
fourth.
West had the Cardinals at 3 wins, and then the Niners at 12, the Rams at 12, and the Seahawks at 14. So that'll give them a run for their money.
That's the only comparable division,
Yeah,
I'd say.
that's 3 teams that all made the play. I mean, 3 teams from a division made the playoffs, and one of them won the Super Bowl. So that's a pretty good division.
Yeah.
Yeah, good division, but because they're down one team.
Yeah.
You know, each team can feast on. They get 2 free wins essentially every season.
Yeah. Cardinals are kind of poo-poo.
Cardinals are just out there.
Yeah.
I mean, the Lions lost to the Vikings last year with Max Brosmer throwing the ball, and they had like net 3 yards through the whole game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also came last in the division, though.
Yeah.
Well,
I think.
yeah.
Like, they just didn't have a good,
But 9 wins, we beat a lot of other decent teams, but we lost somehow to the Vikings that game.
Yeah.
On
Well, I think
Christmas,
last
too,
year we
I
lost
believe.
a lot of games we could have won too. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, the Philly game was another loss that really just makes no sense on paper. You just get in your head, like the team sometimes forgets they're
Right.
a dominant force, and they just a head scratching loss there.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like
sometimes
they
it
lost
blows-
to the Packers week 1, that's tough to start the year, losing to a division rival.
Yeah. It sucks when you start against a division rival.
I know.
Dan
I don't
Campbell
like
never really started our starters in preseason. I think they take like one drive or something, and that's it. Like,
yeah.
I think he talked about possibly running them in preseason a little this year.
Dude,
There's no reason to do that, though. That's probably why you don't do it. You're
Yeah.
just running the risk of like injury for what?
Yeah, he actually was under fire this offseason, particularly in training camp, because the Lions, really since he's been a coach, but the past 3 years have had the most injuries in any team in NFL, and they also are one of the only teams, reportedly, that practices like full go, tackle. So it's it's grit, sure, but it's a calculated move.
Yeah, it's almost like how some fighters say that, like, they really, after being around for long enough, you try to limit like the amount of like live sparring and stuff that you do. It's like, okay, I know how to punch. I know how to do all the stuff that I need for this. When do I just stay sharp, and when am I like going a little bit too far, and I'm kind of being detrimental.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is a good point.
It feels just like we're really unlucky the last few years with injuries, especially in defense. Defense has been crazy bad. It's like, so you look at the injury chart, it's so fucked up for us.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just injuries. Like, you never know what's going to happen. At the end of the day, you don't know what's going to. Yeah, maybe we get injured a little more often because we're going so hard in practice every day. Who knows? But
yeah,
also that could be what's making us a good team and so, competitive against a lot of other teams is because our guys are,
Being
or
driven
what
so
is
hard.
it? Steel sharpens steel, iron sharpens iron, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only argument, like the only counterpoint to that is it's a long season and it's a very demanding sport it's only going to get longer. Like there's going to add another
also
game.
Like last year we were so like, dude, our schedule was so fucking terrible last year. It was like, all right, 4:30 on a Monday. All right, next week, dude, you're on a Thursday at fucking 1. All right, and you're playing Thanksgiving, you're playing Christmas, you're playing at this time. You're like, dude, we were all over the place last year.
And the strength of schedule. We had the 5th hardest ranked schedule in the NFL.
This year, we're favored in 14 to 17 games. 12 are indoors, only 2 late season games in cold outdoor weather, 10 to 17 games against teams that missed playoffs last year. Dude, this schedule this year, like, we should be cooking. Our O-line should be much more improved. Like, I was listening to a podcast earlier. Like, usually when we do the pods, I'm like, I'll YouTube, whatever division we're doing and just kind of get some insight what other people think. And I listened to these like 4 guys, just like, and you could tell they were just kind of like us, 5 base, but they were all in the same room together. And these guys, like, you could tell they were Vikings fans. They're like, Vikings probably going to win all their games this year. Kyler Murray rushes the ball so well. And then they just hated the Lions, dude.
Yeah.
And they're like, under on the Lions. The Lions aren't going to win 10 games. There's no way. They were terrible last year.
It's just
their defense is going to be terrible.
Hoping,
And I'm just thinking, like, dude, you guys haven't talked about our O-line at all. Like, it just pissed me off. I'm at work just walking around with my headphones and just like,
dude. You're gonna remember those guys when they play, huh?
Yeah. I'm gonna come back to their channel and comment later. I'm gonna be like, how's that taste, bitch? Like,
yeah. I wonder if they had so NFL put out a report like their top 10 or top 12 teams that they think could win the Super Bowl. And Minnesota was on that list. Actually, 2 teams from our division were on that list. Minnesota was like 10 or 9. They were like pretty high on that list, and they cited.
Really?
Yeah. So I think I don't know if there's a format we do this, but Minnesota probably has the most complete team in our division outside of the quarterback. So they probably cited like Kyler Murray is addition by subtraction with McCarthy, but the number 2 slot was Detroit Lions.
Yeah,
only behind the Bills.
Yeah.
And a large part of that was going to be like probably the number 1 ranked offense in the league, coupled with their strength of schedule, which is like 3rd easiest.
We play in Germany this year too.
Dude, me and Nate have a bet on that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nate's a Pats fan. Dude, we're going to Germany to Amon-Ra's home.
Back to the homeland.
Wait, so what's the bet? Are you guys are for real betting?
Yeah,
we're betting our.
I bet my house against his house.
the buy-in for that league we were talking about before.
Yeah, I have it in my notepad.
We've done we've laid a couple
another one. Yeah, there's a
when we feel very strongly on a point on the pod and someone else feels very strongly opposite, we usually it ends up with a bet.
Settles with a bet.
We currently have 4 bets on this podcast. Yes.
Okay.
That's it. It feels like a lot more.
Hopefully, as a guest, I don't like incur the wrath, and then you just have some random bet with some lowly feature,
Yeah,
to hit me up.
Not it's usually not much. I mean, that one's $25. So $25.
No, it's mostly it's the bragging rights, honestly.
Yeah, right.
I think if
I was right, dumbass.
Yeah, if it was out of especially if it was a division bet, I'd probably take the money and just light it on fire in front of them. Like, this is what you get for betting against the Lions, But
yeah, so Mark, what do you think? How do you think the division finishes up next year when it's like going into the playoffs? What do you think the first, second, third, fourth? How do you think they finish?
Okay. I guess I'll give my short answer. I've been thinking about this for a while. So Chicago finished first in our division, but I think this is a classic first to last this year, and will probably finish last. And I think they might finish. They might, 9-8 is on the board. Maybe they get 10 wins. I'm curious what your take was on New England, because I put them in a similar category as far as quarterbacks who benefited from a great coach and an easy schedule. They have a great team, but it's not perfect.
No.
And they're
One
in
of
a
the
tough
best
division.
defenses in the league, I think.
No,
Yeah.
Chicago, not New England.
Yeah.
There are similarities, not like perfect similarities, but with Chicago, the quarterback, your coach, you probably would flop Chicago's offense with your defense, certainly, but they're very similar. And I just think that Chicago will be in last place.
Chicago, that's what happened too. Like Chicago went from last to first, back to last, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, I think last. So third is tough because Green Bay just thrashed us so thoroughly week 1. If they can stay healthy, it's really hard for me to struggle, or it's really hard for me to see them like not winning the division. Our schedule, our offense.
They moved so much though. This like the receivers are gone. Like,
yeah,
a lot of changes in Green Bay this year.
Yeah, it's tough. This is hard because like my heart will never want to put Detroit not in number 1. And I won't do that. The spoiler alert, I have them winning the division, but I have Minnesota 3. I have Green Bay 2, but I wouldn't bet on it because Green Bay is probably very well rounded. They don't have as flashy as an offense as anyone else in the division. Their quarterback, I don't believe, is the best quarterback in the division, and that I think is supported by most metrics that people care about. But they have a great offense. They have a good coach, even if I think he maybe does his hair a little too neatly. So yeah, I mean, I'm never going to not root for the Lions. They're number 1, but I just don't see a world where, if healthy, Green Bay doesn't just secure the number 2 spot.
Right, it come down to the last game or whatever. Like, no.
I hope it doesn't come down to a division game because historically it's been pretty brutal. Maybe the last couple of years it hasn't been that way, but yeah, that's where I see it.
Hasn't been that way since we kicked Aaron Rodgers out of Green Bay at the end of the year.
Yeah.
2022?
I think to make my decision on the division, I have Detroit number 1. I think with the, obviously, we all know. I think with the improvements to the O-line, the schedule being so fucking easy, we're going to just come out and show them what we're about.
Really?
The rest of the division, dude, is so tough for me because I would literally have to go game by game and just be like, all right, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, and add it up and be like, all right, well, Green Bay.
And at the end,
I think
at the end, you're probably coming up with all these teams right around the same anyway. It's like I don't think you're going to find out.
I think we're going to be a tight division again, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely going to be.
Definitely.
It's gonna
be I think like obviously this is probably going to be the best O-line Kyler's ever had. This is probably going to be the best receivers Kyler's ever had, and
the best coach, dude.
Yeah. Quarterback whisper like. Kyler's not a slouch when he's out there trying. Like, there's been years where, like, damn, this guy's good.
Yeah.
And now he has Jay Jettis. So it's like, all right, yeah, this is a little scary. The Vikings, I think, are the easiest overpick on wins out of probably the league this year.
Probably the easiest pick on losses, too, because you don't know.
You can just hammer the over on the Vikings wins this year. And probably the Jets if Nate's giving you your line.
The other issue with Minnesota is Kyler historically hasn't finished a full season in years, like healthy, I mean.
That's true.
And they technically haven't announced who the starting quarterback is. Now, McCarthy did his magic on us last season, but if they fuck around and they start with McCarthy and lose a couple games and then put Kyler in, or they want to do some weird hybrid stuff, like that's going to jack up the season. I don't have a ton of faith that they'll remain healthy, which is why I put him at 3.
Because who do they have? Like, Brosmer was god awful.
You mean as a backup quarterback?
Like, behind, so I have some faith in Kyler going out there. McCarthy's just not great, dude. If McCarthy's got to play,
that's who they would roll out there.
They invested first round pick. They'll at least
keep still him. Just Brosmer behind McCarthy.
Yeah, Sure.
Yeah, it's like the third.
I'm not sure, but I don't. Yeah.
I have no faith in McCarthy.
Hey,
No.
I hope I keep the faith. As a Lions fan, I have faith in McCarthy, dude. He'll turn it around. He'll turn.
See, and I'm a
the
Michigan
division
fan.
around.
Like I enjoyed watching McCarthy play for Michigan, but like a lot of it was handing the ball off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hide a lot of stuff in college. Like you can really cover up a lot of the warts if you're any good.
Well, that Michigan team was also really good.
Yeah.
Well, I also don't think they really covered anything in college. He averaged like 11 passes a game in college. They're not hiding anything. They didn't
and high
ask him to
percentage
throw the ball.
Yeah, he's throwing it to like Colston Loveland and stuff. Like
studs.
Yeah.
So
So what do you got, Jay? Did you finish up
I'm thinking, if I have to guess, with as high as I am on some of the offensive weapons for the Bears, I'm going to take Bears at 2. Then I'm nervous about Green Bay with their receivers. I don't have a lot of faith in the receiver core. Tucker Kraft's coming off injury. If Tucker Kraft just isn't the same guy, like he's obviously going to be leading leading in receptions if he's healthy again. He was a stud last year, but if there's any issue there, I'm gonna go Lions, Bears, Vikings, Pack.
Wow, it's such a wild. It's such a wild contrast. I have a feeling that all 4 of our guesses are going to be different.
This goes like that last year.
We don't know. The only thing we shared was Lions one, right?
Lions won, yep. And then I had Bears and Vikings Pack.
You want to go next, Corey? You want me to go?
Yeah, I can go next. So I've been thinking about it for like, I don't know, ever since we've said that we're doing this, really. This has been a high point for me at this point. I'm trying to think. I'm really high. I think the Bears are gonna have a good year, and like listening to Mark saying they're gonna be last, it's just so crazy to me.
Yeah.
I think Caleb Williams is gonna have a good year. I think he has good talent. I think people are underestimating him. You think so?
Just a little.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
They had a lot of comeback wins last year, man. I just don't see that happening again. Same with the Broncos. I think Caleb had so many of those just fucking chuck it up and hope someone grab. Like, that doesn't happen again, bro.
Okay. Well,
I think it comes back down to earth a little. This is your take. Sorry to cut you off.
You're fine. Yeah, I don't know. It's I think that Caleb Williams is better than most people think he is. I think he's going to have a really good year again. But I do think the Bears are probably going to win the division myself. And then I think the Lions are going to come in second. I think the Lions are too good to write off into the 3rd and 4th place again. I think last year was weird for them. We lost a lot of really close games. We threw a lot of on that second half of the season, we lost a lot of really, really close games, and the games that we should have won, but we just let it off. We went off the throttle at the end of a lot of games, and
it feels like the year before we won all of those, dude.
Yes,
yeah,
it's like we lost the coin flips last year. This year,
the year before, it felt like if you were down 14, it's like they're gonna come back. No worries.
Yeah, and last year we couldn't keep a 14-point lead at the end of the game. It was weird. It was a weird year for us. I think we're gonna bounce back. I can see us winning. Obviously, I'm a big Lions fan, and I hope we do. But I'm really high on the Bears this year. I don't know why.
Well, yeah, it's all with a caveat that two wins separates first from last. For last year, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's not like, you think one, if you think the Bears are coming in last, you think they're going to suck. And if the Lions, whatever, like 9 wins is like a respectable season. Like, you know what I mean?
9 wins and not going to the playoffs is
it's tough.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And then I think the Packers, obviously, I think the Packers.
So what's your order so far?
It's won? Bears, Lions, Packers.
Okay.
And I think the Packers are a really good team. I think Jordan Love is also a good quarterback. A lot of people hate on him, but he's good. He's definitely. I feel like any other team, you would be happy to have Jordan Love. as your quarterback. I know that we hate him in particular because he's a fucking Packer, but he is a good quarterback. You know, he's not a slouch. He knows what he's doing. That's why I think he's be good enough. And I can see this division going anyway. To be honest, it really depends on how good Kyler is in Minnesota. But for the reason I don't know, I'm putting the Vikings in last. I think it's not going to work. I'm not a big Kyler fan. I never have been. I don't think he.
Were you a Darnold fan?
I still am not really much of a Darnold fan, if I'm being honest.
You're just as today, you're not a Darnold fan?
Yeah, I'm not I'm not saying that he's bad. It's just I think it's cool. I think his career is cool, but I'm not sitting here wearing a Sam Darnold.
And I'm not either. I'm not damn, Sam Darnold's such a good, but
I respect
KOC legit turned the guy's career around.
100%.
We never seen anything out of Sam Darnold. We at least have seen some promise out of Kyler. I find it hard to believe if Kyler stays healthy.
I don't think
he doesn't go there.
I don't think he can throw the ball like Sam Darnold can. I think he doesn't have the height for it. I don't think he has it. Go ahead.
The defense I have, I guess, for Sam Darnold is he played for the worst organizations in the league, and we're not giving him the credit, I guess, because they were shitty. But we're also not giving him the credit because he did well with good coaches. Good?
Yeah, he did.
Well, when Kyler went to Arizona, they weren't a bad team. I mean, they weren't the Jets, right? And they also had good players, and they made it to the playoffs. He had moments and opportunities. He just couldn't stay healthy.
I think it's similar situations. Those are both the Cardinals and the Jets are both teams that do their best to ruin somebody, I don't know why. I don't know if that's ownership. I don't know what that is. We've talked about this before, but the Cardinals are one of those organizations that they won't. I don't know if it's the lack of support. I don't know what it is, but it just went steadily downhill from a good start to his career to kicking him out of town.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'll get back to my continuation after you guys are done. I have an argument with this.
Yeah, I guess I'll just wrap it by saying I think I'm not saying Darnold's top 5. I mean, I don't think anyone can say that now, but he's above average, and I don't think I'd put him in the top 10, but I wouldn't throw a fit if somebody did. I mean,
I'm not saying I hate Darnold when I say I'm not a huge fan of him. I'm just I think he's okay. I'm not a hater. I like Sam Darnold. I'm just not a super fan. I'm not where it is.
The reason I agree with you, Corey, is I'm waiting for the floor to drop out. He showed me he can do it a year or a couple years here and there. It's one of those things, same thing with Daniel Jones. I'm just waiting for him to suck this year. And all of a sudden you're like, dude, where did that come from? He was so good last year.
If he goes through this year and he's still consistently good, because last year, Seattle had defense, right? Seattle's defense was really good, almost comparable to Patriots. Their defense was really, really strong last year. So it's really hard to see if it was a lot of defense winning the games or if it was Sam Darnold. But then again, in Minnesota, he was killing it in Minnesota.
Yeah, we also started the session. Well, I guess I tried to start the session by saying that we have the toughest division. And maybe we have the second toughest. But Darnold succeeded in both the second and arguably the best division in football 2 years in a row. And really
with
probably
2 different coaches.
With 2 different coaches, not necessarily different systems, but definitely different game plans. I mean, he's not playing the deep ball in Seattle like he was in Minnesota.
And on his previous teams, who did he have to throw to before he came to Minnesota with Jay Jettis and Seattle with
Garrett Wilson?
Oh, Garrett Wilson, yeah.
They had a really good defense. Darnold, when the Darnold was there, the Jets had some players, I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly.
Coaching wasn't great.
It's the Jets. I mean, they're always
it's the fucking
kind
Jets.
of a curse, and then they went to the Panthers and also.
Yeah, it's the Jets. The Panthers was not a good team either.
Same thing.
I want to acknowledge that I feel like we should take Darnold off probation, and I think Daniel Jones. I don't know that he's ever. I've never looked at Daniel Jones in a season and been like that's a guy. He's had games, But to me,
like stretches, but never consistent.
He's on probation. He's not someone I trust at all.
And that's how I felt about just we're way off topic, but like that's how I felt about what's his name from the Jaguars, Sunshine.
Oh, Trevor Lawrence.
Yes, that's how I felt about him for his first few years. But he seems to be turning into a good.
Yeah, I took him off probation this year, but again, I think he's like my expectations of him are like slightly above average.
Yeah,
which is fine, which is good.
It's good. Back to my main point here, because we were talking about Kyler Murray. To Jay, you said he had no one to throw to. He had D-Hop for like 4 years, bro. And D-Hop was not getting probably as much volume as he could have had in his like good years. So that's what scares me about him going to Minnesota. Is he going to be able to get the ball to Jay Jettis? And that's why I have them after like 5 minutes in like 4th place here. I think they're not going to have. I know people are high on him. I think that that Kyler Murray is going to be very disappointing in Minnesota.
See, the thing that worries me about the Vikings is their run game. Like Aaron Jones staying healthy,
but anyone can hand the ball off. You know, you could have.
It's about the running backs. I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about them.
The running backs goes down, then you're worried about like now they're not going to respect the run.
That's right. You get those teams that are just shit at passing and they have a good running back. It's like, all right, let's stack the box. Now here it's the opposite. All right, let's like back everyone up a little bit. If old man Aaron takes off, we'll cream him. Fucking
right.
But the opposite is
if they can get a good run game going, then it also opens up the run a little bit for Kyler. If they see, okay, it's not a run.
Same with the Commanders though. He is going to be Kyler is going to be the rushing offense. Like if you spread it out and there's no one within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage, dude. Who's to say he can't just run for a first down? That's what he's done. That's what made him successful.
It's like bread and butter.
That's what I'm saying. Like you see, okay, it's not a run play. Let's watch the pass, and then Kyler takes off.
I have no faith in his passing game.
So a question to the field, I guess, because I wonder, like, if I'm signing Kyler Murray at his stage of his career, and I'm also Kyler Murray that essentially needs to do well to get a contract, or maybe I'm out of the NFL. Am I running as much, or am I instructing you to run as much? Because I need you to stay healthy through the year.
I think you're run your fucking ass off, dude.
Yeah, I think this is an all or nothing. I think this is like I'm playing for my life right now, and I need to put up 800 rushing yards. You know, I think you need to be like I'm doing everything I can to rush if I can't pass. And I mean, granted, like I don't have it pulled up, but I've had Kyler a few times in fantasy where he legitimately wins me weeks. Like the guy can have some 2 or 3 rushing touchdown weeks. He can have some 2 or 3 passing touchdown weeks. And every once in a while, those land on the same week. And you're like, holy shit, this guy just put up 50 points or 40 something points. And like, he can do that. But obviously, I don't know that it's very consistent that he does that. But with a good, I have a lot of faith in Kevin O'Connell. I really think he'll get like his ability to throw Justin Jefferson, like, those out routes and like things along the sideline that he couldn't get to Marvin Harrison. I think he will work on that with him, and he's going to figure out what throws does Kyler like. How can we work those into the off? Like he is a genius, that guy. So I really do think he'll find a way to make him more effective. That being said, I do still also have them at the bottom of the division, but I'm sort of swelling, like hearing more people be high on them. It's lifting me up as well, but I do also think that there are so many good teams.
Part of me is like, all right, everyone talks about Kevin O'Connell, reviving Darnold's career, whatever. Some of that gets to the guy's head where he's like, I'm about to turn Kyler around next, baby. It's just like, part of me thinks Brad Holmes. Like you hear about Brad Holmes drafting all these like crazy guys and hitting gold on these guys like he did with Amon-Ra or whoever else. It starts to get to these guys' heads where they're just like, all right, I'm about to turn whoever around, like,
or they just have
Brad Holmes. I think Brad Holmes tried to reach a little hard in what was it, the 24 draft or something?
Yeah, he's had some historically awful drafts. I mean, he has
and I
gotten
think
away
a lot of it was
with
just his head like reaching, like he wanted to kind of keep that narrative up where he's like, I'm gonna reach for this. Whereas like,
yeah, but it's worked here and there. So why would you not trust your gut?
it didn't work at
You're
all
sitting
in
here and you're like,
24.
dude,
Not for
right.
Brad Owens.
But you're listing 1 year. You're labeling 1 year as a bad year. If he's had years where he's smashed, bro, and he's got all that, if you're owning the team, why would you be like, dude, don't worry about trying to like have a crazy draft. Just hit like 1 or 2 players and I'll be happy.
I think
No,
he's
you're going to
just
tell the guy like, dude,
reaching for, like,
swing for the fences. If
project.
you like a guy and you think this coaching staff can handle those, like developing these players, go for it. Like that's why we pay you money, is that so you find these guys, and we have as many draft class. Yeah, we might miss one, but we're also going to have one like Amon-Ra's draft, and that's going to make up for that last.
I think like Amon-Ra was like just like the lunch pail guy where they're like, all right, let's get this guy, and then not, like the following year after he hit on so many like reaches, kind of like that, where it's almost like he was just like trying to like get funky with it just because he was
Bill Belichick
known
started doing
for-
that towards the end.
And it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna just kind of get funky now just because. And it's like just because he wanted to kind of fit the narrative that he had built.
Like Belichick would be drafting like just guys from Rutgers and just guys from Navy, and you're like, dude, these are not the best players in the NFL, like in college. Like you have to start drafting like regular big school guys. Like I do feel you on that. It definitely, but I don't know that O'Connell falls into that just because I just think he's so gifted. Like I think he's so talented in terms of like what he sees, and he's gonna put these guys in a good position to succeed. I don't think he thinks like, oh, when I walk in the room, this guy's IQ is gonna go up 30 points. I think
wait, time out. You're okay, but you're saying they're gonna be in 4th place though.
Yeah, I'm saying for Kyler's progression.
Okay, I just want to understand. You believe in him, but he's in 4th place.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have one of the best seasons.
What do you guys think leads the Packers in receptions if they're all like? I think everyone had the Packers up there, right?
I have the Packers. Yeah, I have the Packers winning the division. I think.
Well, I think that's smart money. If all teams are healthy, like if all teams finish healthy, I think the Packers have a really good shot at winning the division.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think.
Sure.
I don't think they lost.
This is me having to put like a name on the fucking division. I think this division could go fucking anywhere, dude. It's actually crazy.
Again, if I think that Kyler's going to have a crazy year, and I think O'Connell's going to be, the quarterback whisperer and get him back to relevance, and they win 9 games as opposed to winning 3 with the Cardinals last year or whatever, I don't think that's a bad season. I just think, it's your first year with a new coach, new quarterback, in new system. I don't think Kyler picks stuff up very quickly, like system-wise. So it's just going to be a lot of growing pains. They're going to probably lose a lot of games, like not a lot, but some games that they should win. There's going to be that kind of thing. Like I think they'll get much better and they'll be improved. I don't know that it's going to be enough to win a division where you're going to have to crack 10 wins.
I do feel like if the Vikings finish last, that probably wouldn't be a good year, and it probably would reflect like that. Probably means Kyler didn't play well, and knowing the Minnesota fans that I do know, it probably puts him on the hot seat, to be honest. Because my understanding is he pushed for the McCarthy draft, which is just awful. He didn't fight for Darnold, and they're probably going to lose Justin Jefferson. He won't re-sign. And then at some point, you're going to lose your defensive coordinator, who will get a head coaching job. Like it just will happen. So then the Minnesota's in shambles. So I think he's in a really bad spot if they finish last.
Yeah, I agree. Cool question for you guys. You guys are, say, 12-man team, right?
Everyone must be real high on Christian Watson then, right?
I like Golden a lot. I like Tucker Kraft a lot.
Why do you like Golden? Just from his college stuff?
Yeah, I think he's talented. Too. Yeah, I think he's a talented. Yeah. I don't think he's bad. I think
they are still like one of the youngest receiving core groups. So you just kind of assume like they grow into it and they just get better.
Yeah, they have a lot of talent. They do. It's a talented room. I think they're good.
Okay, so let me ask you guys real quick. You guys are in a 12-man league, right? You guys are on the 12 spot, and Justin Jefferson pulls up because he's ADP right now 11. Are you happy about picking Justin Jefferson on your first round at 11?
Yeah,
you are
down there. Yeah,
yeah. I'm all about a value. That's why I was so high on Travis Etienne last year. It's like I feel like he's a value there because I think the Vikings are going to be decent. I think Jay Jettis will get fed by Kyler.
I mean, it definitely depends who else is on the board. Because that means I get to go right. I get
Drake
to
London,
double up.
Drake. So the
Really
two people
Justin
that surround him is Amon-Ra's at 10, Justin Jefferson
if
11,
Amon-Ra's there,
and Drake at 12.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, if there's nobody, this is tough because there's no doubt.
I mean, I'd have
he's
them in that
better than-
order. If you're ranking them, I'd have them in that order.
Yeah, well, that's what the
Yeah.
ADP is. So
Right.
I mean, Amon-Ra's
I
been
agree with
steady
that.
every year. It's like he's been such a safe
Do you think
fit.
Amon-Ra and Justin Jefferson are only one ADP is separate this year? You think that's
Well,
true?
No, I think the drop
they're
off is probably
they're accounting for the quarterback drop off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're 100% accounting for that because there's no question that Jefferson should be higher than.
right, because it's all a projection, right? Because how did Kyler do with getting Marvin Harrison the ball, bro? Like
How did he do with
not
getting
well,
Trey
say that.
McBride the ball?
Well, Trey McBride is
That's a
short
different
fucking
position.
dump offs.
Yeah, but I mean, he did. I like
Kyler-
that was his stud though.
Kyler can throw 10 yards.
I mean,
He
you
can't
get
throw
the
50
stud
yards.
the ball. I mean,
Well, how did Kyler finish last year?
it's like Brock
in
Bowers did
fantasy
okay
among
with Geno.
quarterbacks?
He was hurt a lot of I don't think he played a lot of last year. If I'm not mistaken.
That does sound like Kyler.
Kyler? Yeah.
Sounds about right.
It does sound like Kyler.
Pretty
I don't
sure he
know.
was
I struggle with, and I will say this is all barring no injuries. I wouldn't be shocked at all if Minnesota finished dead last because of injuries. But
that's why I have them last in my prediction.
But it's for me, it's between Chicago and Minnesota. I do have a slightly.
Yeah, he played 5 games last year. So
I just, with how high I am on Chicago's offense, that's why I put them second.
Yeah, I'm high.
I mean, to me, I haven't seen enough of Caleb, and they came from behind so many times, so many lucky. But I like Colson Loveland. I like Rome Odunze. I know a lot of people are higher on what's his name.
Rome is so good.
A lot of people like what's his name over Rome.
Luther
the other
Burden,
receiver.
I don't.
Yeah,
Luther Burden. Yeah.
I
don't know if
he's
I
more
agree with
explosive, but I don't even think like if
their offense does excite me. I mean, it's like the Lions. Like they're gonna have the one thing that does worry me is they lost their center. That's I think a big deal. They have a young center coming in, like that could really fuck up. Like
they don't have a great running back either.
No, they don't.
And that's kind of a big deal because I mean, if you think about like
Swift was serviceable
Lions,
though.
Yeah, he was serviceable on our team too.
Yeah, he was. They're probably going to have to pass the ball a lot.
Yeah, but they have weapons. I mean,
they should be able.
Loveland, Burden, and Odunze, even Swift can catch the ball. I mean,
but the same thing you say about like, why they could go first to last is like some of those like passes that he just lobs, like a lot of those could turn into interceptions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
because if you're having to throw the ball, however many times you're going to throw it. I mean, the last 2 years, Caleb has thrown, like in both of his seasons, he's thrown 562 passes and 568 passes. I mean, the guy throws the ball a lot, bro, and still hasn't cracked 4,000 yards. But regardless, I mean, he throws the ball a ton, and then it doesn't throw a ton of picks. But like, if all of a sudden that gets into double-digit interceptions, that could change a lot. Like, he is a gunslinger. Like, what some of these seasons could be, or games even, like 3 touchdown passes, but 3 or 4 interceptions, if he just starts winging it because they're throwing that much. And you've seen it a lot. Phillip Rivers and, guys like that.
So who do you have? You said you have Green Bay winning it.
So I'm gonna go.
Nate.
Green Bay, Detroit, Chicago, Minnesota.
Okay, and the assumption is Chicago, Minnesota don't make the playoffs because historically very unlikely for 3 teams in division.
Right. It would be hard.
If there's a division that can do it, it's either us or the West.
The West. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it could be a year that we get 3 in there. It's possible for sure.
This will be exciting because it Well, our division strength of schedule is pretty, so it is possible.
Our
This is exciting
schedule,
'cause
the
it's-
Lions' schedule is so easy. And you look at the Packers, and they got some games. I mean, for them to win, they got to, like, Falcons, Bucks, Bears, Cowboys, Patriots, Vikings, Packers, Saints, Bills, Dolphins. That's free.
Do we play the Rams
Texans,
this year?
No.
No, thank God.
No, dude, the Lions have the easy schedule, bro.
Yeah, I mean, even Chicago though.
Saints,
like I'm looking at theirs is brutal.
Bills, Jets, Panthers, Cardinals, Packers, Vikings, Dolphins, Patriots, Bucks.
That's
Bears,
us.
Falcons, Titans.
Yeah, I mean they get a last. They get a last. I mean they were last in the division, so they get that last place.
Our schedule is gorgeous.
It looks like we have some free games on that list.
Oh yeah,
we have so many free
Definitely
games.
gonna
For
be
us to
better.
not win the division, I'd be
if
willing
we
to bet
don't-
anyone on it.
If we don't do well this year, we are in some dire straits. I'll say that.
Well, I think so. Like my hot take, I guess, for the Lions is our defense is probably going to be like a top 15, 14, 12. Like I wouldn't be surprised if our defense just skyrocketed because we're going to be playing from ahead and we're going to be playing these garbage teams that can't score.
That's fair.
But then we're going to get like a wake up call with these teams that aren't like that because our defense actually is like butter, like melted butter that,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, a lot of them
So-
are hurt.
Like I hope that we can build confidence and just accept the fact that this is kind of like the season we went to the NFC Championship where we just have to put 40 up, you know.
Our
It's not going to be
secondary is
Bengals bad,
terrifying.
but
Our secondary is. They have me in the secondary right now, bro.
yeah, I was going to say Corey and I are subbing for safeties over there. I mean,
You
and
think
the
Kirby
second-
Joseph will be anything?
if Branch and they'll play like honestly, if I was Dan Campbell, I would just say, look, rest up, take your time, and then in the middle of the season after the bye week, if around the holiday season, if you want to bless us, come on. But like, I don't think that we need those guys to risk injury to do well this season, and then just try to do well the back half.
I think us playing the bad, like pretty much all these bad teams, is what's going to carry us through the season more so than our defense being any good.
See, my hope for the Lions is that we just get by defensively this year, and that our offense is fucking crazy. Like, we built our O-line back up, and we're back to like shooting out against teams, and we're gonna beat you offensively. And then next year, because our O-line draft picks were good and our O-line shored up, now we can touch on, cornerback help. We lost Terrion Arnold. Like, let's build up that defense.
But
yeah. Well, he lost his stuff and then he kidnapped people to get it back.
Oh yeah, a lot of lost stuff in that situation.
Allegedly.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, thank you. So have you guys seen this little COSM thing, COSM, that's happening in Detroit? It's like a little virtual. It's like a dome virtual reality thing that they're doing, and they're going to be hosting Lions games in it.
Yeah,
it's good.
Oh,
It seems really cool. They're starting it this year. Tickets are like $60. I feel like that'd be a fun time to go down there and go see a game if that's not $400 fucking for the ticket.
I bought tickets to the Bucks game.
Yeah, I know, you told me.
Well, Rich did for me and Matt. I will be at the Bucks game and I'm gonna have a lot of money down. Good.
Stay tuned.
Nothing like gambling while you're at the game.
Yeah.
All right, Nate, you want to do your game, bro? You have it set up.
If you'll let me.
Yeah, we got you.
You know,
we're already an hour in, dude. I figured this was gonna happen.
What's the game?
Oh, yeah, he's unfamiliar. So
let me pull
I'll
up.
explain it
You
to
can
him real
explain
quick.
it while I get ready. Here.
So at the end, because we've been doing these every division, right? So at the end of every episode, we make a fantasy team out of the players in the division. So quarterback, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, a tight end, and a defense.
Oh, this is gonna be awesome.
Yep.
This is gonna be really okay. This will be fun.
Yeah.
So here's our board. It's very homemade, and I have terrible handwriting, but
It's written
this
very
is
well.
how we do it. So first up, we're just doing one quarterback. Who do you got?
Oh,
I think we have to go Caleb for the rushing upside, as much as I hate to say it.
like for fantasy wise.
So is this a vote?
This is fantasy wise.
Yeah,
These
we're
are
gonna-
fantasy points.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's Jared
Yeah,
Goff.
yeah, yeah,
It's not close. It's Jared Goff. He finished with higher points. He's just Jared Goff.
Did he really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. He did.
Hey, let's do it, baby.
It's definitely Jared Goff. Jordan Love.
It took Jay no convincing. He was like, "Yeah,
yeah." If we're going points,
hey,
Jared
come back
Goff
next
was
week,
like
Mark.
slaying. It was like slaying. I was honestly kicking our. You were in the league, Corey. You should know this.
Yeah, I know, but I just like
He was
Jared Goff is
like
always so cheap too.
Anyway?
You know what?
Yeah.
I traded Anthony Richardson 2 years ago for Jared Goff in the 108. I drafted Brian Thomas Jr. with the 108.
Wow,
I was like, God, this guy's an idiot.
So on here it says that Caleb Williams outscored Goff by 20 points.
Is it
on Sleeper in Beer League using last year's season stats?
Okay, maybe it's league dependent. In our league, Goff definitely outperformed Caleb.
You might be
and Caleb.
Was it a 6-point passing? Maybe.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Because Goff had significantly more. Well, not say he had 34 passing touchdowns.
Yeah. And I also think
27.
In the league we have it is 6 points for a touchdown for us.
We do. Yeah, and in aggregate,
so it's close. It's close.
Yeah, I think my son says hi. I think like Caleb has like higher like in games he probably scores more points because he has to do wild comebacks or something, but across the board he probably averaged more.
I'm not gonna argue, dude. Jared Goff is our quarterback.
I would take Goff personally.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, I mean, projected over 5 years. Like if Caleb ends up being just whoever.
Who's our second running back? Do we just go Pacheco just in case?
Yeah,
might as well handcuff.
It is Jahmyr Gibbs for sure.
Gibbs. Yeah, we have two
Josh
right?
Jacobs.
Right. So that's the other thing is if Josh Jacobs for some reason sees legal trouble. So the whole point of this exercise is we're making the best team we can that like you're betting your
if
house
your house depended on it.
So this is for this year though, because it's definitely Goff. Because the strength of schedule, you know, he's going to just slay it. Like it's not even. Yeah. Okay. So
yeah,
Gibbs,
fair.
Who's Minnesota?
So we have Gibbs, and then
Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones.
They don't have one.
Okay. So it has to be
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs probably.
The legal trouble's in the past at this point, dude.
Yeah,
it is. It is
much.
But they haven't said that he's not going to face anything.
Yeah, but
they've said that for other people. They've said that for Gino. They've said that for a few people where they're like they will not face legal trouble or whatever. The league is not interested.
If my house is on the line, I'm taking Jacobs.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
over Swift. They scored basically the same points last year.
Okay, but if he does face legal trouble and he misses games, that's like really bad. Is he that much really better than Swift?
No. Last year, Josh Jacobs got rid of their fucking
receivers.
Using this league, Josh Jacobs scored 237 fantasy points, and Swift scored 229, so about 10 less points total.
Yeah, if we're worried about the legal, if it's essentially just a coin toss, should we just acknowledge that Swift isn't better, but like because of the legal issue,
right? I mean, again, I'm with you on Jacobs because, like, again, it's tough.
I mean, didn't you have them winning the division?
Better, huh?
You had them winning the division. Y'all just passes.
Not off running.
Was Green Bay last for you or no? Vikings,
Yeah. I don't think that he'll face legal trouble. I know that he's a better running back than DeAndre Swift.
I agree. I think he's a better running back. If we're not concerned about legal trouble.
Yeah.
I don't think we are. I don't think he's going to get hit by anything. It doesn't look
like anything, it would be like a 4-game suspension. They would challenge it and go to a 2-game suspension.
If it's 4 games, we should just go Swift. If it's 4 games, it's a lot.
It would end up being 2 because he's never been in trouble, would be my guess.
Can we just get an exemption? Like this is our game. Can we just no. put like a doctor in?
Don't say ours. This is my game, and I'm telling you, we have to pick one.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna say.
You know what? I'll go Swift. Fuck it.
I shouldn't have a vote. I'm like a spectator. I shouldn't have a vote. I would.
Well, we've done this with random people.
I just think Jacobs is a massive value. Like his ADP is even gonna
he is.
If we're looking at a draft, dude, his ADP is so low because of this
good he is.
Like, dude,
I know.
Whatever you guys want to do, but if my house is on the line and I'm in a draft, I'm going fucking Jacobs, dude.
Well, so Jay, let me ask you this: would you take Jacobs if you knew there was a 4-game suspension?
No.
Would you take him if you knew there was a 2-game suspension?
I would.
Yes, because I'm also lower on the Packers passing game. Like, I think Jacobs is a goal line, dude. Hand the ball to Jacobs. He's gonna get it in there.
Okay, just go Jacobs then. I mean, if it's all right. I am not dying on a hill for either of these players.
Right.
Go Jacobs. Yeah,
everyone calm down.
Jacobs,
I feel like Jacobs is choking the life out of this podcast right now.
Jacobs was the number 1 running back. What, 2 or 3 years ago? 3 years ago?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
We've never seen anything close to that from Swift.
No.
The upside is there, dude.
Yes, but with how consistent Swift is, dude, he's always like upper teens, lower 20s.
Not with the Lions, he wasn't. He was scared to run the fucking ball.
No, he was. He was
still good.
He was
in PPR.
He got injured that year, and then he came back, and then he was scared.
Through PPR.
Scared
running back
bitch.
18, running back 15, 21, 20, 19, 15. He's never been below RB 21 ever in his whole career.
Yeah.
If I'm betting my house on it, Jacobs was number 1 one of them years.
He is also
that's
older.
What I'm saying.
He is also older.
Both of them are
consistent 20. Older, right? I feel like I could do that, dude.
That's a good question. Swift is 27. Jacobs is 28. So Jacobs is a little older.
Yeah. Swift is younger.
Yeah. Yep. Right. And I mean,
it's this
he
year.
Gets hurt a lot. That's the other thing is like, if we're going to penalize Jacobs for possibly missing a couple games, Swift is probably going to miss a couple games.
I would say, the same thing, but I don't think he's missed a game in Chicago, which is gross. It really kind of pisses me off. He missed a lot.
So hurt.
Last year
he only got traded because he wouldn't stay healthy. And then he gets to Chicago and he's like,
and he was also like diving to the ground after getting it.
Games played throughout his career, starting in 2020, played 13 games, 13 games, 14 games, 16 games, 17 games, 16 games.
So so a little healthier, but he missed like no, it's actually a huge improvement. He's only missed one game last. Yeah, it's
one
massive.
game. When he was in Philadelphia, he missed one, and then last year he missed one.
Let me ask you guys a philosophical question real quick. Is Swift the reason why we have such a renaissance in the Lions for a running game? Because he was we got rid of him and we got Monty from and then after that we got.
What do you guys think about Monungai though?
Kyle no.
Is he just hot garbage? Does he fall off this year? Like he was, dude, for his value, like where he was drafted at. Good value.
I mean, he's RB 30.
Yeah, no,
Jay has an RB too.
Jay will appreciate this because I know he's a true Lions fan. When Swift was on our team, he wasn't even the main back. Williams was.
Dude,
Williams was the one everyone loved. It's just that's just the truth.
Yeah,
He was fun to watch too. He was like kind of crazy.
He was, doing the Hokage stuff.
He was fun.
He was such a cool guy. It was so sad what happened with him.
Everyone was like, "Why did we get rid of Jamal? Blah blah blah. Monty's gonna be terrible. He's not gonna." And I'm like, dude, it's our fucking line. I argued it with everyone, and then Monty came in and was a stud.
Yep. Amen. So
I'll go Josh Jacobs. I'm
gonna say Jacobs.
Yeah, I'll say Jacobs just to clear it up. I do like Swift, but Jacobs.
I think consistency wise, like as if you're like. I guess they both would be RB2 with where Jacobs is going. But I was going to say, like, he's a good, consistent, like, if you have him as a flex player or whatever, you're pretty sure he's going to get you RB21.
How many receptions did Swift have last year? Because I feel like that dropped.
He's had a...
Yeah, so his rushing has gone up, and his rushing yards by year from 2020 was 521, 617, 542, then 1,049, then 959, then 1,087. So in Detroit, he didn't run the ball much, but last year he caught the ball actually 34 times. That's not terrible.
Out of 40.
I'm just thinking, like, if you were to look at, I feel like as the season went on, he probably caught the ball less last year. I'm strictly looking at last year because Colson Loveland started the year super slow.
He was still getting receptions. He never really was getting he had a game against the Giants where he had 8 targets.
What year or what week was that?
10. So he had
halfway through.
So he had 5 just targets. He had 5, then 3, 4, 6, 3, 1, 2, 8, 1, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2. So
he's not a catching running back.
Yeah, I mean it was less. You're right. It was a little bit less as the season went on.
I think Colson Loveland is going to catch a lot more. I like Swift catching the ball. I think is not going to be a big thing next year.
No, I don't think it really was last year.
Jacobs, it is. Let's go. Write it down.
But he did have his best career
down.
year.
Oh, it's down.
Guys, it's down. Swift's in. Let's go.
All right.
Don't worry. Don't hurt.
Amon-Ra.
Well, number one, let's pay the respect it deserves. It should be Jefferson.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, Amon-Ra.
And then
Amon-Ra
it has to be
finished
Amon-Ra.
above him last year.
It did.
Amon-Ra.
Yeah, but that's not like in a perfect world. Who's just a better receiver? Like I love Amon-Ra, but it's not.
Right, if you could have
but
either of them on your team, like if you could swap out.
Amon-Ra's been so steady. I'm taking Amon-Ra off my house.
With the weak defense.
There's so many questions with the Vikings. What did we talk about before?
No. This is just our draft.
This is hypothetical. This is hypothetical. If right now, the Vikings were like, "Hey, we'll swap 1 for 1," would you do it?
I mean, I think Jay Jettis is a more skilled receiver.
Yes,
right.
Sure. I think Amon-Ra has more polished route running than Jefferson does.
Yeah,
I think that Jefferson is gonna moss you.
Yeah,
right on the
he's
field and moss.
He's gonna jump up and
he's
beat you.
Yeah, but I think Amon-Ra will just cut across the field, and he's not gonna drop the ball. Like
he's gonna
Amon-Ra is just so steady.
Yeah,
but Amon-Ra has finished like wide receiver 3, like the last 2-3 years.
He's had some good years. Yeah, 3, 3, and 3 the last 3 years.
That's right. Yeah, but I mean, Jefferson finished.
But again,
last year was bad.
Look at
what was the 2 years before that?
So he was, since entering the league, 6, 4, 1, 33, 2, and 21. That 33, he only played 10 games. I think he tore his ACL or something.
So I mean, if Jefferson's good, but there's still so many questions. I think
he's had a wide receiver 1 and a wide receiver 2.
We have 2 receivers. I mean, it's both of those. It's obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah. This is just
I was just responding to the pay. Dude, Amon-Ra's been steady, and there's a lot of questions with the Vikings still.
I think this is just player, not the team. And I don't think
fantasy for this year.
It's fantasy points.
It's fantasy.
I misunderstood. I misunderstood. This is who we think will perform the best.
This coming year.
I misunderstood. I thought we were just making the best team.
No.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
Then it's Amon-Ra. It's 100% Amon-Ra. Yeah. We completely misunderstood the assignment.
We definitely get both of them. We all agree with that.
Yeah. With the week schedule too, I think
your house is on the line. There's a fantasy team that you have to build for this coming year for fantasy points.
I don't think it's close. If it's just fantasy this year, Amon-Ra will score way more than Jefferson.
I think Amon-Ra is going to have an insane year because of our week schedule as well.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be close.
Dude is going to be eating fucking yards like crazy.
I mean, I just think with how the Lions are, Tyler Conklin's going to have a 3 touchdown week this year. Like they're going to be mixing up. Like they're going to be back to trick plays and shit. Like I feel like it's going to be easy for them this year.
So here's who had Chicago winning the division? Because the real question should be, if we're looking at this year, Corey, should it be Amon-Ra and then Odunze? Because if we don't know the quarterback,
I potentially do. Because you guys were really high on Jefferson. I don't think he's going to have that crazy of a year.
Yeah, I don't think he will either. Honestly, I could be convinced if Amon-Ra's won. I could be totally convinced that it's Odunze. I could be totally convinced.
Because who else? I mean,
what about Matthew Golden? Nate? Huh, Nate?
I would
Matthew
take
Golden?
Watson over him.
I would take
Watson.
Oh,
this is what I'm saying. I don't like Justin Jefferson at 11. I think Kyler Murray's not going to be able to throw the ball 40 yards up. He's not going to be able to throw it up to Justin Jefferson 40 yards down the field.
Yeah,
Corey, what position are you in beer league?
For the draft, I don't know. Did we even
get Justin Jefferson? I'll give you some good shit. Yeah.
No, I'm not taking him. You can come on me from behind, bro. It's not happening.
Dude, I will for Justin Jefferson. That's all I got to do.
This is what the podcast. This kind of
yes,
podcast.
It is. Yeah. Yes, it is.
Very highbrow.
Okay, so we are all in a split. Nate, where are you at? I don't think you've said where you're at between Odunze and.
I'm just looking at
Jefferson. Jefferson.
Wow. Okay.
Because I think for them, I think for the Bears, it's going to be like they're going to have to spread the ball around a lot. I think Swift's going to get the ball a lot. I think Colston Loveland's going to get the ball a lot. I think Odunze is going to get the ball a lot. I think Luther Burden's going to get the ball. Like they're going to pass 600 times like they have the last 2 years.
Who
and
finished
a lot
better
of people
last year? It's Odunze for sure, right?
I'm sure Odunze just because of how bad JJ McCarthy is.
I mean, I think if you have Minnesota last in division, it's because that connection wasn't good, and subsequently the Chicago connection was better. Like I think you can't have two things being true if they're contradicting
at the same time. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't say anything when you said you have to have Jefferson. I was like thinking, do you this year?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I could see the Packers being like an 8-win team next year. That's it.
But talent-wise,
just looking at their schedule,
shattering. Yeah, no, it's
dude,
8's crazy.
But look at so they play Vikings week 1. All right, so let's give them a win there. Jets win, Falcons win, Bucks. I think the Bucks can beat them.
They can.
That's a toss-up, yeah.
It's a toss-up, but I'm going to give the Bucks the win. I like the Bucks. I'm higher on the Bucks than a lot of people.
Is it? Well, where do they play?
I don't care.
Well, they play at Green Bay. They're going to win.
Raymond James Stadium, Tampa.
Okay.
Bucks at home.
All right. That's fair.
Bucks. So then they play the Bears. I think the Bears win. They play the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys win. They play the Lions. Then they play the Panthers.
Who wins against the Lions?
The Lions.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to split
Panthers? The Panthers lost to the Packers. Then they play the Patriots. Patriots win, right, Nate?
Yeah.
Okay. The Vikings.
Right,
let's say they beat the Vikings.
Right?
Let's say they beat the Vikings again. That's 5. Then they play the Rams. They don't win that. They play the Saints.
Not.
They beat the Saints. Then they play the Bills. They don't win that. Dolphins is a win. They play the Bears, the Texans, the Lions. That's 7, dude. So even if like you can add in like, oh, they beat the Bears this time, they beat the Texans.
So you have
8 wins, dude.
You have them winning 8 wins if they lose all their coin flips. You're telling me.
What coin flips?
No,
like
the
only coin flips was the Bucks.
Well, and Patriots.
And the Patriots.
I think the Patriots fucking suck them from behind.
Why is that winning? I don't know. I don't think that's winning.
Because they got
just
to be clear. Them.
No, just to be clear, you want to be getting sucked in that scenario 1,000%.
Just to be
clear. Just to be clear.
8 wins for the Packers.
Let's circle back.
To have them winning the division is crazy.
I agree.
Okay. I'm crazy.
Okay.
Let's go Lions real quick. Let's just look at this schedule.
Oh my God! Win.
Wait, no. Let's just go back to receiver 2.
It's a win. Lions against the Bills week 2. We'll go loss.
No, we'll go win.
Panthers win. Cardinals win. Packers win. Vikings win. Dolphins win. Patriots win. Dude, that's in Germany. Bucks, tough game but a win. Bears, tough game but a win. Falcons, Titans, Vikings. Let's go loss just because we got hurt or something. Giants win. Dude, that's 13 right there, and that's the Bears-Packers again. Wow. 13 wins for the Lions. Wow. Easy.
That is what the Vegas odds say.
I just think conventional wisdom for me, like historically, I think Justin Jefferson's like literally one of the best receivers in the league. And I think, yes, his quarterback's like much more of a question mark than Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
For Odunze, but I have to bet on Jefferson, dude. He's shown me he can do it.
But you're not betting on them in your division rankings because you have them dead last.
Yeah,
can two things be true? Like, can you believe that Jefferson has a great season, but they finished dead last in the division?
Yes, because Calvin Johnson exists, and the Lions went. Tell me those were some
Well, that's a totally different scenario because Stafford's a Hall of Fame quarterback and Johnson's a Hall of Fame receiver.
But you're saying if you have a receiver that goes crazy, can you have a receiver and a quarterback to go crazy? Like in your scenario, is it possible to have both things? That you don't win games, but you have no. That the quarterback's relevant. You're saying you have a connection that works. So Jefferson has a crazy year. He has 1,500 yards and 10 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Is it really hard for a quarterback to throw for 1,500 yards? They'd be the worst quarterback in the league. You can still throw.
They just had that. They just had that last season. They had a horrible quarterback that couldn't do that. And the Lions have had that with Stafford and Johnson.
But I'm saying if the connection works between the two. So,
Kyler?
Yes. If Kyler
Kyler's never shown to be that at his prime. He's never been Stafford. Not even close to Stafford.
Not even close.
Okay, I'm not comparing those. I'm comparing. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning.
Okay.
You said, can those things be true at the same time? That
you having him dead last.
That I have the team in last place.
Yeah.
And that I have Justin Jefferson performing well.
Yes.
The Lions were in last place. However, Calvin Johnson was very, very good.
Yes,
and he was still ranking towards the top of the league.
But that's because they didn't have a real team around them.
Yeah.
And did it exist, though?
Hall of Fame.
Whoa. But did it exist? Did both those things exist?
Because the only two good positions were quarterback and receiver.
But the receiver relies on the quarterback. You can have 5 receivers that are all Hall of Fame, but if Susan from down the street is your quarterback, those 5 won't do anything.
Have you seen Susan's QBR rating?
I don't think Kyler is Susan, though.
No, but Kyler's not Stafford. Kyler is he has never been Stafford, dude. You are by bringing that comparison. You just brought up Calvin Johnson.
You are saying that he is Stafford in that
Let me look for a team. Let me take the time to look for a team that sucked last year that had a really good receiver that finished.
Yeah, it was a bad example in that situation because Calvin Johnson and Stafford were
the example.
I was using an extreme example because it can exist. It can exist where the team sucks and there's still a good player on the team that performs.
I feel like you got to have a solid quarterback at that point, though.
Yeah.
But who's saying Kyler's not? He's finished quarterback. He's finished high rank in quarterback. Many times.
Rushing
quarterback 6, quarterback 3, quarterback 10. He's thrown for 4,000 yards, bro. 4 times.
Yeah, but I think
sounds like he's not going to finish last, then, dude.
You have to separate fantasy points and actual quarterback. I don't think Kyler has ever been a top 10 quarterback, and if he was 10.
In fantasy, he's done it twice.
Kyler never thrown for 4,000 yards. Not even one time.
Wasn't it 3,700?
37, 39, 38, or 37?
Yeah, that's not 4,000. Then if you're saying 39 is 4,000, then you got to say that Caleb Williams also threw for 4,000 because he threw for 39 last year.
Okay, that's great. We can do that. Can you admit, however, that out of those 39, okay, I'll round down, 3,500 yards, that 1,500 of those yards could potentially go to one of the best receivers in the league?
He did. He had D-Hop.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, the scenario you're describing did exist. If you want to just pull up his season with D-Hop, and you can kind of pray that Kyler Murray will be his prime self, and then you can kind of see.
He's 28. What do you mean? Pray that he'd be his prime self?
Well, he's been injured 4 years in a row. I mean, he plays video games.
In 2024, he finished QB 10. So that's 2 years ago. QB 10.
Yeah, but how many of those points are on the ground?
Just pull up the season.
He ran for 500 yards and 5 touchdowns. He threw for 3,021 touchdowns.
5 touchdowns and 500 yards is a lot.
But what I'm saying, dude, is that even if the piece of the pie, so okay, here's an example. Malik Neighbors, his rookie year with Daniel Jones.
Okay.
He finished, what was it? He finished wide receiver 3, I think. We just said how we don't feel that Daniel Jones is on probation.
So
let's see.
DeAndre Hopkins in 2020 with Kyler as his quarterback, 115 receptions, 1,407 yards.
So where did he finish as a receiver?
No, but that's good. That's essentially what you're saying. So he essentially finished just under 1,500. It's your dream scenario. Kyler Murray with D-Hop could be Kyler Murray and Jefferson. That could happen. That was a few years ago and a lot of injuries 2020. Ago. Yeah. So that's a long time ago. So, but it's possible. I mean, if you want to bet on something that happened almost 7 years ago.
was wide receiver 7.
Okay. Let me see. What year was that? You said 2020?
2020. He had 1,400 yards.
And I think, not that I would compare Jefferson to Hop, but I think it's pretty comparable. I think, like, in their prime, like you're not comparing apples.
And the Cardinals finished 8-8 that year, so not a great team, right? They finished third.
Yeah,
in division.
I would agree.
That would be last place, would you say, in this division?
It probably would be last place,
like the Packers.
And so maybe that could be better than the outcome for Odunze if they have multiple weapons and not just funneling it to one guy.
So
does anyone besides
the thing that blows my mind still is, dude?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
If the Packers finish first, who's their studs? Is it Tucker Kraft and Jacobs or what?
I think it's their defense. I think you're banking on their defense being the
I think they're a more well-rounded
I think their
team.
stud is Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're saying defense is good.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
They have a lot of they have like a lot of
Packers finishing first is crazy. Dude.
Man.
8 wins. Lions 13. Book it.
Okay, so we have Jefferson is 2. We're just gonna accept Jefferson is 2.
Amon-Ra, Jefferson.
We'll solidify it.
Tight end. Same as Porta.
Wait, how come you didn't get on Jay about this? And he just said Jefferson easy.
Huh? Because we're settling at this point. I feel like it's too much of a debate. It's too hard to really quantify.
I don't have a vote, right? It should be between the 3 of you.
I had the Vikings 3rd.
No. For our thing. Jay just said it's easy, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
And you guys are like, that's retarded.
I don't really agree, but and we've been talking about this for 20 fucking minutes.
Oh yeah. I don't agree so much that we have to keep the debate. I mean, it's like I
just think there's more weapons in Chicago. Like, if there's no one else behind fucking Justin Jefferson, dude.
Right. I think the ball is going to be spread around.
The ball is going to be more spread in Chicago. Exactly. You got Loveland, you got Odunze, you got fucking
Luther Burden.
Then you could argue that it's easier to stack the box against Jefferson if they have less, right? I mean, that's what they did.
That was what I said earlier. I said that's my worry. Like, Kyler has his rushing, but like, if Aaron Jones is dust and Jordan Mason is just a fucking average fella,
Addison, I think
they're gonna be like, all right, let's stack up against Jefferson, let's stack up against Addison, and let's fucking contain Kyler. Now this offense is done.
Yeah.
That's literally what I said earlier. I'm worried about them like not having a run game because it really does change your offense. It's tough.
But again, I think talent-wise, Justin Jefferson is one of the best in the league.
I just don't think
the position.
Yeah,
and I think there's a lot of teams
he'll get more
deal
volume
with
than any other people.
Right. I think he can survive on if they throw him the ball. If he is healthy and they throw him the ball 170 times like they did with Malik, I don't see how he doesn't finish top 5.
I think it's going to be Kyler Murray forcing the ball at Jefferson all year long, probably.
What about Hawkinson? You don't think Hawkinson's going to get some?
Maybe. All right, so I'm going to bite my tongue on this one too because I don't want to cause another half-hour thing. But who do we got for tight end?
You want Tucker Kraft?
He sure does.
I'm not going to say it. I just said I'm not going to say anything.
The Packers, he has the Packers at 1, dude. Of course he does.
Okay. So it's Laporta at 1. That's an easy one.
Laporta?
Yeah.
We just need one. We're just doing one.
I mean, I had Loveland last year. I know he's not great, right? So it's just not.
Nate, let's talk about it real quick.
No, I'm good, dude.
Who was your tight end? Was it
Tucker Kraft? Yeah, Tucker Kraft.
What? How did he finish last year?
I hope it's Colston Loveland, dude, because
he got injured.
Yeah, got hurt.
Kraft got injured.
Yeah, I mean, I think
he started very well.
And if defense will be interesting.
If he gets injured again, dude, Packers last.
I mean, it has to be the Packers defense, right?
It's the Packers or Minnesota. Minnesota had a great defense.
Yeah, Minnesota did have a good defense.
Yeah, they did. We could score. We could not score on them last year.
Stop! No. Dude,
Mark said this earlier. I'm just repeating what I heard.
No.
Lions defense, baby, run it up.
Yeah, it'll go from like 31 to like
I'll take
17.
Green Bay. I'm fine with Green Bay. The Lions, the secondary is in shambles. So
yeah, I think you take Green Bay just because of Micah Parsons.
our
I think he's
offense
so
is what's
insane.
going to outpower the other teams, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have an opinion. I think both are fine. I think Minnesota or Green Bay. So I'm
Any
fine with Green Bay.
protests?
All right, now let's look
Only
at this
you.
team. Let me look at this team objectively and be like, is this probably like one of the best teams we made?
Corey says this every week. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Hey, that team's pretty good.
That team's
Yeah,
actually pretty good.
I mean, I would
do
be
too.
stoked
I
to have it
stopped
in
saying it.
fantasy, but it's not. That would never happen.
Yeah, I don't.
You'd be thrilled.
Again,
to
it's
have this
another one
team.
where I don't know that it would happen. That's kind of a good barometer for it. Is like, would it be possible to get all?
You're
these
never
guys on
getting
your teams?
Gibbs
No,
and
it's just not.
Amon-Ra
It's not.
and
possible.
Jefferson. This one's
Not in, like, a
probably
traditional
the
draft.
most non-possible team there
Yeah,
is.
a lot
You
of
had
these,
out of all of
first
them.
round guys, let alone
Yeah,
like
because
This one has like 3 first rounders in
yeah,
it.
it does.
Actually, if you
Gibbs-
pull that up again, it has 3 top 10s, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gibbs is not like
Gibbs, Amon-Ra,
arguably
and
number
Jefferson.
one.
Amon-Ra, yeah,
And
Jefferson is like fringe top 10.
end of the yeah.
yeah, should be. I mean, everyone knows should be 10 if the quarterback.
You
situation
could
is
get
better.
like incredibly
Some would say
lucky.
Jefferson should be like in the third round behind Romo Tunze.
I'm and you could get
Some would
incredibly
put
lucky.
Matthew Golden in the top 10. I don't want to hear it, Nate.
Some teams in this year are going to be on the 12 and get Amon-Ra and Jefferson. It's going to happen somewhere.
Yeah,
It's going to happen.
crazy. I would like to be one of them.
Nate, I think we should. You think Green Bay over under 8 wins?
Definitely over 8 wins.
How many wins do you
let's
think?
run
they'll-
the bet,
like,
dude, for the fiver, just as something friendly.
You're going
All right.
8?
Sounds
I'll
good.
take
So
1 for the insurance.
let me write
Over
this
under
down in a
9.
little-
No,
little
because I know I
I'm just kidding. I was just saying that
You have a- you have a
big
bet on the
number.
Jets.
Who has them over
yeah, because I said 4 wins, bro. Because I was being
Yeah.
crazy.
Green Bay? Jay? You have them over or under?
I have them under. Nate has them over.
Under 8
8.
wins.
So
If they end
7.5.
at 8, it's a push.
Wins versus.
Oh, we're leaving the push
8.
up open.
Might as well. We took
it
them
hits
at
8.
5
that's
at
it.
the Jets. So
So if they win
have
5
over.
games, it's a push.
yeah,
Okay, I
let's
got
just
it.
push it.
Push at
It's
8.
Unless I'm doing 5.5 and we're doing 7.5. Do you want to do that?
No. Just keep it at this.
I'm fine
the
with
8 push.
pushing and be like, damn, we were real
The push,
accurate,
yeah.
dude.
Right. Yeah, we'll leave the push. That's
I feel like a fucking bookie at this point, writing all these down. dude.
And of course,
Corey, I need the Yankees.
computer gets wiped, dude. We'll never know any of these.
Yeah,
We'll
have to look
forget
and
by the time this
Dude.
is.
read all the watch all the
Hour and a
podcasts.
half long episode, dude.
Yeah, sorry that ran long.
Yeah,
It
no, it's
did
all
run
good,
long.
man.
No, it's okay. I was ready for it.
I
I think I
never-
watched one of your podcasts and it was about that long.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Yeah,
I think
the
this
last-
is the longest one.
the last.
dude.
Yeah,
It
this one was
is.
long.
This
The
one
last
was
was
real
about
long.
right around an hour. But anyway, thanks for joining us, Mark. That was a lot of fun, bro. We'll
It
definitely have
was,
you on
dude.
again.
Mark, hopefully we can get you back on some other divisions, even.
Yeah, once
I know
football
you're a
Yeah, I'd
starts,
love to.
man.
It was really fun.
Good,
Yeah.
dude. Good.
Cool.
Glad to have
All
you,
right.
man.
We'll see you next time, guys. Thanks everyone
Yep.
for joining, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
See ya.
See ya.